Morning, everybody. That sounds weird. There we go. I couldn't hear myself. It's weird how I need to be able to hear side tone when I talk. It's a career of having to do that, and then it's weird. If I take my headset off, I feel broken trying to talk into a microphone if I can't hear myself. Not because I like to hear myself, but I have to have that side tone. Dan knows what I'm talking about. Oh, that is some burnt old coffee. Still gonna drink it though. No drop goes to waste. Need Vox. Yeah. Yeah, OBS has it. Need Vox. It's funny you mention that. The way the microphone software kind of works is it does kind of have Vox. There's a noise gate threshold where I have to speak. If I don't speak loud enough, it doesn't open up that noise gate and allow the voice to go through, but it's very sensitive. If you set it too high, then you get this weird clipping. You still have side tone. What's that, 10%? I have side tone too. Forever. If anybody hasn't figured it out, me and Dan, we used to work together. It's been an interesting morning. Pay me my money. Gotta get that mailbox money. That's all I'm in it for now. Just that mailbox money. So today is gonna be an interesting day. Doing something a little bit different today. I have a mystery bag. It is a bag full of goodies. Literally ran through my my workshop room with all the drones and stuff in it, and all the parts and pieces and all the fun stuff, and just started throwing stuff in the bag. Just yep. I don't care what it is. Throw it in a bag. And we're gonna be doing a mystery bag raffle today. Now this is raffle. There is no entry fee. You don't need to pay. I would, however, really appreciate throwing a few shekels my way to keep this kind of stuff going. Here is the entry link for the raffle. We'll spin that thing at like 11:55, towards the end of the stream, 11:50, somewhere around there. But anyways, go ahead and get signed up if you want what's in the bag. The only thing I do require is that you cover shipping to wherever you are. I'm not made of money, and the post office doesn't need any more of my hard-earned dollars. There's got to be at least. Oh, let's see. Retail wise, there's at least $150 worth of stuff in the bag. Just kind of mental math off the top of my head. But yeah. Also, going through getting, finding all the stuff that I don't fly, don't use, doesn't spark joy, if that's the way you want to look at it. And it's all going up for sale. All of it is on my Discord. If you want to get in on that, let's see. I know I can create. Okay, I see. Okay, and that's the entry link, that's the invite link to my Discord where you can see everything. It's also for sale in the usual places on Facebook, FPV Marketplace, things like that. I have all sorts of stuff that I'm trying to move on. All good things. A lot of it is damn near brand new. Got a brand new, basically, X9 Lite. Literally the only thing I've ever done with this is buddy box to another radio. TX12 Mark II, Express LRS, a Pavo 25 with a naked Vista in it. Leventador race quad. This was my backup quad. That one's on Tracer for some weird reason, and this is the backup to the backup quad. This is a AOS frame. Both of these have a bunch of extra parts for. And then this one, this is my Apex HD. Focus you. Yeah, Apex HD. A lot of pre-2020 parts in it. MPU 6000 gyros, all the good stuff. I really haven't bought any new flight controllers, so all I have are the MPU 6000s. Oh, and I got an ISDT T8. I just realized I don't need 5 chargers on my bench. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. There's also a big bag or big box of stuff that's going to Quad Kids. Guy hit me up a long time ago, wanting to know if I had anything that I wanted to donate. I've got a few things, like a light Radio 3, a couple, some motors, FCs, stuff like that, chargers, power supplies, things like that. So that's all going in there. That's just going to get donated. Really need to kind of clean up what I got sitting around the house. No need for it. I don't fly it. Get rid of the stuff cheap. Move it on to the next person. But it has been fantastic out this week. It's just a beautiful week. Trying to get my daughter back into motorcycling. She had a little JR50. Suzuki JR50. It is the bike that I grew up riding when I was 5 or 6. My father mothballed it, and we busted out a couple years ago. She rode it for like a month, was eating her knees on it because it's so small. Picked up a 09, 07, 08, something like that, KLX 110, and she's been having an absolute blast on that. So she's super excited about going dirt bike riding, which I'm excited about that too. Oh, man. So how's everybody doing today? Let's see, Free Lojo 42. Okay, it'll be 42. You know what's going on. Lawrence, how you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Flying Ryan, Borked, Steady Eddie, heading out to fly in a chilly indoor dome. Ah, cool, man. Can't wait for spring. It's damn near summer here. It literally went from being like kids' soccer game last weekend. I had 3 layers on. It was windy as shit this weekend. T-shirt and shorts. It's amazing what happens in a week. Market Zero, 8th Expander, how you doing, my friend? Daniel Justice, as always. Wrong Way FPV. Glad to see you here. Let's see. Where are we at here? Sleepy CBR. How you doing, man? Glad to see you here. Atlas FPV. Bitterroot FPV. Good morning. Morton Upshot. I'm here. Not be able to participate actively. Yeah, that's all right. At least you're here. Counts as analytics. Just hit that thumbs up button. Rick Cepeda. Good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Brand Baked Beans, good morning. Sleepy. Crazy winter storm set all over California. We have snow lower than I've ever seen. Interesting. Snow. Brandon, yeah. Glad to have you here. TK just got his grips on Friday. They're fantastic. Whole new feel of my radio. Man, I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. Daniel Justice, he was my boss. Yeah. Let's see. Took the youngest yesterday to one of my favorite spots of the ridge. Yeah, so you can have your spotter, right? Oh, man. Kevin Sumner, how you doing? Chat to the big jumpy thing. William Tam, how you doing? June Loco, glad to see you here. Sleepy CBR, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Bobby Bags, how you doing? We're just gonna shoot the poop today. Try to raffle off this bag of stuff here. There's some digital stuff in there. There's some analog stuff in there. There's some everything in between type stuff in there. Oh, let's see. Where are we at here? 8-bit FEV, Mike Bergman. Ryan. Looks like guys are having some pretty crazy weather. Weather's been fantastic here. Really enjoying the weather. Dog's staring at me through the window once in. I'm going to let her in. We'll be right back. These dogs always do things when it's not appropriate. She was throwing up grass earlier. That's always fun. It's always fun to deal with. So I've been out doing a little more testing on the range of the internal mod to the boxer that I did, and I am still not finding any situation, at least in where I fly, where I run out of range with it. It still beats my video range, and yeah, it's been working really well. I've been very happy with it. I think that that mod is something that if you're not really trying to stretch the legs of Express LRS, I think it's a decent mod to do. It doesn't really cost you a whole lot, just the antenna, which was only a couple bucks. I made a video of that, or I clipped up the live stream. That'll be going up as a live video. Not a live video, but like a traditional upload. Just trying to find more time to get around to doing the FPV stuff. Steady Eddie, thank you so much. Well, good luck to you. Mike Bergman said he did the 2.4 gigahertz barred pole mod to his boxer as well. What has your thoughts been on the mod? Have you noticed any change in range? Or reduction in range with the barred pole mod. All I know is for the chance of fail-safing, there was a greater chance that I was going to break something with that antenna sticking out of the top of the radio. So for me, it's a good trade-off. I definitely think I would more likely break the antenna than. Sorry, lots of work-related chats going on right now. Everybody's figuring out where they're going next year. Room temperature burnt coffee. God, that was tough. Ugh. No thanks. That was bad. That was real bad. Oh my God! Stop texting me. All right. Anyways, moving on with that. Let's see. Where are we at the chat here? How's everybody doing this weekend? Hopefully you guys all have had a chance to go out, go fly, at least burn a few packs. The Patreon giveaway this month is still open. And if you aren't familiar, I am giving away a Walk Snail Avatar VRX. Yeah, that guy. And a 1S mini kit. Over on Patreon, if you sign up for the $5 and up tier, you'll get the entry link right stat now time. Everybody else, it will be live on March 5th? Yeah, March 5th. Yeah, next Sunday. We'll be doing the giveaway for the Hawk Snail Avatar system. Very cool system, just not for me. I'm already going through a bunch of the stuff that I want to offload. I just don't have the time or the bandwidth to really get into that system. I have flown it. I did like it. It does look pretty darn good. It's very DJI looking, because it basically is. But it does have a couple nice features to it. The fact that it has the onboard DVR is pretty darn cool. So and then also big boy back there. It's for sale. The X Class. I forgot to mention that one. If anybody's interested in that, let me know. Make a good deal on it. Brandon, I was hoping you would mention something about this. He says, note to all, be respectful of those around you because your local PD has been updated by the FAA on drone laws and how to enforce them. I wasn't going to bring this up unless you did, Brandon, but there are people that I know that have actually been confronted by local police departments and have mentioned that they are being schooled up on the new upcoming drone laws. So if anybody had noticed over on my community page, if anybody actually pays attention to the community page, do we even do? How the fuck do I get to it? Community. There we go. Community page. There we go. So over on my community page, we had a poll up here. The FAA and local PD start aggressively enforcing a new, and this is also in the U.S. I don't really know what the other laws are outside of the U.S. Drone laws on September 16th, 2023. That's when the remote ID thing goes live. What will you most likely do? 6% of the people said comply with the new regulations. 12 said leave the hobby. 82% of you said fuck the FAA. I'm going to send it anyways. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought the majority of people would say. I kind of thought more people would say comply rather than leave the hobby, but it is what it is as far as what people's thoughts are. I gotta say, I started looking around for remote ID modules, and there still is not a lot out there, and the things that are out there are big and like $200+. Like that is just not going to work, especially for they're saying that it has to be one module, one quad. Like I can't do that. If it's one module that's $200 and I can move it from unit to unit to unit, like okay, I can stomach that. I can justify that in my head. Go, okay, it's a one-time purchase, $200. Plug into a balance lead and just go. Okay, cool. But that's a lot. So what about saying sub 250? That I think is the only realistic option at this point. We'll see what happens when we get closer to September. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of manufacturers that are going to be seeing the cash grab, the writing on the wall, and really making a strong push to create remote ID modules that are, affordable. I don't know if a company making a remote ID module is actually like what their profit is. Are they making just a shitload of money off of a $200 part? Is it like $10 worth of pieces, or are they basically just barely breaking even? I am really kind of curious. I would assume any module that has like a composite, like a injection molded shell is got to be at least it's got to be up there just to cover the cost of the injection molding. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. As far as me, I'm not going anywhere. We'll see what happens. I may change the type of quads that I fly. I may start leaning more towards the sub 250 world. But man, sub 250 is just always kind of disappointing. Like once you have the taste of that 5-inch heavy freestyle quad, it's hard to do 250, but it depends on what all comes with it. Oh, let's see. Bard dancing on a pole. Yeah, that's what I thought too. The bard pole. GMI Visuals, how are you getting on with HD0 goggles? I absolutely love these goggles. Don't buy any other goggle. Buy the HD0 goggle if you're looking for anything that's analog. If you're looking for anything that does HD0, buy the HD0 goggle. The only way I would say don't buy the HD0 goggles if you wanted the clearest video transmission, then obviously the DJI goggles 2 is going to be your choice. But if you want analog or you want HD0, gotta go with the HD0 goggles. They are just fantastic. I have almost no complaints. Almost. 2 major complaints. One, the fans sound awful at low speed. Basically, you have to change the minimum speed from like 3 and up. Otherwise, they make this really weird sound to them. And 2, the power switch is awful. It is in a horrendous, just a terrible position. Like, Like, why on earth did they decide to put it right there? Can you see the power switch? There it is. How the hell am I supposed to get to that? Put it here. Put it there. Put it underneath something, or put the power jack underneath. That was a terrible spot for a power switch. I almost want to crack these things open and 3D print a power switch that extends down. I have no idea how this is constructed in there, but if I can make a little dingus arm that comes down there to like here, would be better. That sucks. Of course, I could just unplug it like every fat shark out there, but I got the switch. I want to use it. Other than that, love the goggles. Absolutely love them. The interface is great. The image is fantastic. Yeah, I really like these goggles. I wish this isn't a complaint, but now that I see what's out there, I wish the IPD adjustment was different. I thought this was great until I used the Goggles V2. The Goggles 2. The Goggles 2 locks. It locks the IPD and the focus adjustment. It looks like this, except for these unscrew. And once you get everything set, they lock down and they don't move. It's awesome. Just awesome. Great design. There's a lot of stuff about the Goggles 2 that I don't like, but yeah. Got to get that schedule filled on a Sunday. Yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Realistically, it's not going to change my habits very much. I just need to be careful about how and if I do show your BVLOS. I suggestion for anybody out there, if they do post footage, never show where you take off and never show where you land, and never show yourself. Plausible deniability. Ooh, felt drunk with those words. Plausible deniability about at least a spotter in your location. Brandon McBean says he's been loving his 03 lately. Had some issues with it in a frame, just really not compatible with it, but some mods, careful tuning, it's really nice. Yeah, I do like the 03 system. I think it is a very nice addition to the options out there. Borked playing with the lights. If anybody wants to play with the lights, there is the list. 6% total pussies. I don't know if that's it. There are people that have to comply. Like, Bardwell will have to comply. Like, anybody who has a decent market share on YouTube, like Bot Grinder, yeah, I guarantee you the FAA is going to knock on his door once this stuff starts. He's probably going to have to comply. I'll have to comply. Anybody with a 107 who's public facing, not that anybody really knows about me, but anybody who's 107 that's public facing is pretty much going to have to comply. Or you're going to ride that line of, like, how am I, like, when I get contacted, what on earth am I going to say? And with government agencies, a lot of it is all about intent. If I intend to go out and fly, again, and break FAA regulations and post it online, that is worse than, like, hey, I went out and I flew a micro, and I wasn't planning on putting it online, but I did and monetized it. I didn't intend to fly for personal gain or monetary gain, but I did. That's different. And then, like with a 107, it doesn't matter how big or how heavy the quad is. It all needs to be remote ID and registered. I'm not going to be able to fly a freaking micro with a 100-gram remote ID module on this thing. So that creates another interesting problem. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so there we are. There we were. FAA, Ligma. Yep. That's the answer. Non-compliance. FAA knows both Ligma and Johnson. Oh, God, I did the jump thing. Just go sub 250. Sub 250 works unless you're a 107 holder. Then sub 250 doesn't mean shit, unfortunately. My drone's up in a tree, officer. It's under 250 grams, though. Depending on where you're at and who the officer is, they may wait till you get... that was an interesting effect. They may wait till you get it down. Let's see. I'm gonna apply when I'm at home and at the park. It's not that hard. FA reg number, trust certificate, air control. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be able to comply. Like, yeah, Brandon, you want to comply, but what are you gonna do once remote ID starts? You're gonna have to figure that out. Yeah, need to be careful of BVLOS. Washington is a sanctuary state. We don't enforce federal laws here. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I changed about how I fly, says Bitterroot. Ditch a drone in a tree and flip the conversation into them for starting and causing it to crash. Oh, yeah, because they're fucking with operations of a registered aircraft. You know, like, I got all these hillbilly fucks that live down by me. They're like, just shoot one of them delivery drones. I'm like, you know, you're technically shooting an aircraft because it's registered with the FAA. It is, it's like shooting down a fucking Cessna. Sorry, this is going to be a sweary stream. I'm getting irritated. Here. And I'll save some for the bank. Remote ID modules don't exist yet. I don't know how. No, they do exist, Brandon. That's the problem, is they do exist. Yeah, like what's the fine versus the cost of the quad? If you have a GoPro on it and you know whatever it costs to build a quad, which is very expensive nowadays, go launch that thing out into a lake. There's no proof, like you know. And then like, do you not record DVR now because that could be evidence? It's just what is easier, trying to figure out a way around the system or to comply with the system? More Upshot fixing to testify my Demibot build. Cool, man. I hate with power switches, Bobby bags. Yeah, I agree with you. I live under Vance Air Force flight training airspace, 2 blocks from a hospital helipad. I only fly, whoops, outside town. Yeah, you pretty much are kind of stuck. If you're scared, you teach. Yeah, the switch decision makes no sense. Like, how did none of the testers give that feedback? Like, hey, this is a dumb place for it. Only thing I could see is everybody was running a battery remotely, because if you did, then the cable would be pointing downwards, and then you'd be able to get to it pretty easily. But you know, there's a vast majority of people that like to run the LiPo pack on their goggle strap. I'm one of them. Let's see. I think this motor can handle 6 escalated, but. Oh, yeah, you'll be fine. Any motor can run any voltage. Do some hover checks. Make sure they're not getting hot. Go fly a lap around your yard. If it gets warm, do a motor scale. Just bring it down a little bit. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Stupid chat jumped. Where are we at here? How is Bardwell going to comply with over 250 models when there's no remote edit? He's banking on his yard becoming a FRIA. And that's what I'm going to bank on as well, is being able to create a FRIA. If you've watched any of the recent stuff by the FPVFC and the Flight Test Model Associate, whatever the hell they call themselves, it sounds like the FRIA process is not going well. Because if you're in a FRIA, then it's do whatever you want. No rules, basically. Just stay in the FRIA. Mike Barber says it's going to be a mess. You are 100% correct. It'll be interesting to see what happens when they start enforcing things. My only over 250 models are for long range, and BVLS is illegal anyways, so they won't get RAD. You can bet your ass. Yeah, right. Why would you let somebody track you doing something that is already illegal? Although there are provisions for BVLOS in the new regulations. So yeah. You know, Mike Berwin, there are companies that rate motors for 6S, and it's not that any motor is rated for 6S. It's just a recommendation. All motors will run any voltage. It just depends on the prop load, whether they're going to be able to handle it. You know, like a 3200 kV 2207. It's not a 6S motor, but you bet your ass it'll run 6S. If you run a motor scale on it, you can run 6S all day long just fine on it. It's just windings. There's a bunch of modules wrong way, not just one. There are a bunch of them out there. Other countries have been doing remote ID for a while. I think Italy has had remote ID for some time now. Like a lot of the remote ID modules I find are for like the Italian market. I could be wrong about that, but I have found a bunch of them a while ago. All my 250 miles don't need to be registered, but do need to be cleared in the air control, and I need trust cert 2 to be legal with my kids. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Do I need all my sub 250 models, say I was flying recreationally, do I still have to do the Lance thing, or are they considered toys and I don't need to? 8-bit, what he means by cleared in air control, there's a bunch of different apps that use the Lance, the LANNC program, and basically it's automated airspace. Yeah, it's basically informing local towers that you're flying. A lot of it is all automated, and yeah. Yeah, I think that there's going to be equal issues, but the problem, it's going to start off as an issue if you don't have a spotter. Because how are you going to know that the police are behind you, right? Mike Bergman says it's a good topic. We need to get this all out. Yeah, it's going to be a very hot button topic for quite a while. September is coming up very quickly. Yeah, clearance, it only takes a second. There's AirMap, and there's a couple other programs. The latest one that I've been using is Air Control. I would show you how it works, except for I don't want to. I don't want to show my location. Although it's pretty easy to figure out where I live. We do need to have a conversation about all this. We absolutely do. Our police policy now is that they'll send a social worker first. Interesting. Defund the hell out of our local police departments. I don't agree with that at all. That is looking through the toilet paper tube of life there. Free Range Chicken says every single person with a quad over 250 grams should go out and fly once a month on a pre-planned day. Overwhelm them immediately. Well, they won't know what to do about it. My headset's about to die. If you go out and fly illegally, they aren't going to know that you're flying. What in the hell? Oh, I put the sun upside down. There we go. I love this headset, Steel Series Arctis. Arctis Series 9, where these things are. This is an awesome headset. It's like a really fast 2.4. Like, I've tried Bluetooth headsets before, and the delay between what I say and what I hear my side tone is so delayed. It's disorienting. Very quick, very little echo to it. Comes with 2 batteries, and the little base station charges the battery while this one's running. It's a great setup. Kind of expensive, though. Let's see. Robbie Store, how you doing, man? Dinner's over, and now I'm here. Yeah, it's so weird when people say it's dinner time, and it's like barely lunch. Still curious about the goggle pass-through camera for looking at who's walking up on you. Yeah, SkyZone did that for a while. It was so disorienting. No depth perception, and the camera was just like the world's shittiest camera, and it had this weird fisheye. Like, I tried walking with it, And I got like 2 steps. And if you've ever worn like the simulated drunk goggles, that's what it felt like. 8-bit. That's a great point. Are they going to enforce the ham license need to fly over 25 milliwatts? And by the way, that is incorrect as well. There is no power limit, like 25 mil. There is a power limit, but to say anything over 25 milliwatts, you need a ham license. That is 100% incorrect. Anything that's not part 15 or 51, I can't remember, just a little dyslexic. Anything that's not part 15 certified, you absolutely need to have a ham technician's license. There is only one VTX that I know of that is actually part 15 certified. Besides like the DJI system and all that stuff, that is all certified. This craptastic VTX is the only analog VTX I know of that is actually certified. And the reason why it is certified is you can't change the antenna. You can't alter the characteristics of this VTX. It is what it is, and it's certified that way. Your DJI system is certified. Your radios, they're certified. But the second you alter anything on it, change the antennas out, do anything to it, they are no longer certified. You have voided the certification. So to say that anything over 25 milliwatts needs a ham license is incorrect. I cannot make this any clearer. Every one of us that is flying analog or a DJI system where you've put your own antennas on it, it is not certified, and you need to have a ham tech license. Period. Speedy Turtle, how you doing, man? So I imagine this will affect my helicopters too. It will affect anything you fly. Anything. This powered glider up here needs to be remote ID. This fixed wing over there, the reptile delta wing, needs to be remote ID. The Zode nano talon I have hanging from the ceiling needs to be needs remote ID. Oh, yeah, okay, Mike Bourbon. Yeah, okay, I can see that. The DJI O3 is FCC compliant, though. It absolutely is. Your goggles aren't, though. As soon as you change those antennas out, they're no longer FCC compliant. They're FCC compliant the way they came from the factory. If you change the antennas out on your O3 air unit, it is no longer FCC compliant. Is ELRS compliant? Ugh, good question. It is not. I don't think it is anyways. Yeah, that is incorrect. 8-bit. All the store sites and documents say that we need ham over 25. Yeah, no. Avatar. I am unsure about the Avatar system. I would imagine it's probably not. Let's see. And you can always find if they are. Oh, here we go. You just got to look it up in FCC ID. Avatar system, Walk-Sail technology. System Avatar. It's product created by this company here. Internal images, blah, blah, blah. And this is how you can figure out if there's actually new technology coming out, because it all has... It's going to have to go through the FCC certification process. I don't know. Let's see. FCC ID. Walk-Snail, digital H. Yeah, here's all the stuff for it. Like, this is always how people tell if there's new DJI stuff coming out, because there'll be a schematic with... See, you'll get this kind of stuff, like where the FCC ID location is, things like that. I am going to guess, without really digging into this website, that it does conform. Okay, yeah, so here it is. So here's the FCC registration number for the Walk-Snail Avatar system. So Walk-Snail Avatar system is FCC certified. There you go. Search. Company. Search anything. EXP. Nope, nothing there. Okay, so that is how you can tell if it's certified. And it is. Good to know. Isilra, solid students. You misread my comment, June Loco. I don't remember what the comment was. June Loco, whatever happened to the... I released it. I made a video on it. I made a YouTube short on it, so if you don't see shorts, you didn't see it. But here, I'll give you a link to it. YouTube Studio. Let's see, it's 11:45. Shareable link. Here we go. All right, June Loco. Here's the link to the how to install Tetris and all that shit on the radio. I did it. Let's see. I released that one back in January 25th. DJ03 works great on stock antenna. Stock V2 goggle antennas. Put the stock ones on. Nice. I think I'll just get smaller and lighter. Part 107 renewals will decrease yearly. Yeah, you're right. I agree. GMI visuals. I really wish they would apply some common sense. Go ahead and spend some time with FPV pilots. Well, that's the problem is the people that they were relying on for their information were basically corporate entities that don't represent FPV. And the only people who did possibly represent FPV was the AMA, and those worthless didn't even bother showing up. The AMA is not here for us. I want to make this very clear. The AMA is not here for us. If you are an AMA member, I would suggest not renewing. I certainly will not. I sent my money to the FPVFC because they actually give two shits about this hobby. It was either that or the Flight Test Association. I just like the FCC, whatever the hell call it. But the AMA is not there for us. If you look at some of their CBO rules, they're antiquated, outdated, and just don't make sense. They're a bunch of FUDs. If you know what a FUD is, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Coffee and Deweys and drones, yeah. Did you see the fractal video in the gymnastics place I posted last night? No, I did not see that. Awesome spot. Current building a Lego T-Rex. Nice. FPV FUDs, yep. So a FUD coming from... I used to be big into the firearms industry, kind of. A FUD is somebody who agrees with your Second Amendment rights to own a firearm, but only firearms used for hunting. They don't agree with any sort of sport or recreation of firearms, and that, I think, is what the AMA is. Same thing with Hobbytown USA is the same way. They are the FUDs of the RC world. Yeah, AMA is going to do nothing for you. The FPV-FC is trying to do things the right way. Somebody has to be out there to do things the right way. They're trying to. They know the reality that it's just not how it works. They're trying to. But yeah. All right, guys. So if you're just getting in here, we're going to do the mystery bag giveaway. Literally walked around before the live stream and just started throwing stuff in the bag. The link to that is... Did I put it in the video description? Maybe I didn't. Anyways, here it is. If you guys haven't gotten it, there is no purchase necessary, but if you want to donate, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Help keep this this total show rant going. I would appreciate it. How many people do we have signed up already? Let's see. We've got 24. You have a 1 in 24 chance of winning whatever's in this bag. And there's a bunch of stuff in the bag, not just one thing. It's a bunch of stuff. The only thing is you have to pay for shipping. And this isn't like the scammy, pay me $500 for shipping and I'll send you $400 of it back because my aunt's sister's grandmother works in Brazil and she has access to, none of that crap. Like, this is just legit what it's going to cost me to ship it through the USPS. GMI Visual, yeah, it seems to be the best option. Nothing is a good option. It seems to be the best option of what we have out there. We have 3 entities that I know of. We got AMA, the FPVFC and the Flight Test Association, or whatever they're calling themselves. Those are the only 3 CBOs that I know of. I'm sure there's more, but you have to fly under the guidelines, the safety guidelines of a CBO. The last I checked, the FAA's or the AMA's CBO guidelines are no flying anything over 4S, so instantly those guys can go suck a fat one. They may have changed that, I don't know, but just the fact that they put that out there in the beginning just shows how absolutely disconnected and broken they are. I don't know any. I think the Flight Test Association and the FPVFC are very similar. The Flight Test Association, they're doing that in their own interest because their entire livelihood bases around this entire hobby. So, kind of need to be at the forefront. You know, it's kind of like Race Day Quads suing the AMA because that is, you know, it is directly affecting their livelihood, their ability to exist. So, you know, take it for what it is. Support nobody. Save that money for court costs or whatever, you know. Whatever you gotta do. TK says picking up the shipping is minor for a bag of goodies. Yeah, it is minor, but when I do as many giveaways and things, it adds up very quickly for me if I cover shipping all the time. There's a lot of times where I just don't even want to deal with it. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll send it for free. It's like $6, but you do that 10 times, that's $60, and that's more than what I make in YouTube a month. We'll just put it that way. More Upstairs says, loving the SpeedyBee app. I had shut off telemetry when flashing 3.2, and I can turn it back on in the field. Yeah, it's very cool. There's a lot of options in the Betaflight OSD nowadays that you can actually go and toggle things on and off. Very nice chicken, not entered. Just thanks for the great stream, Dan. Yeah, no problem. I greatly appreciate you. I mean, go sign up, man. Doesn't cost you anything. Meant for us to pay, not for you. Yeah, no, I know what you meant. Mahil Reddick, glad to see you here, my friend. Gifted 1 Tweet FE membership, and you sent it the wrong way, FEV. Thank you, man. Very generous of you. It was very generous. What time? All right. So let's give this about 4 more minutes. 11:51. About 11:55, we'll spin the wheel for this thing and see what you get. And if you guys like this, I'll do it more often. A lot of this stuff I could probably sell, but sometimes it's just not worth the hassle, and it makes for interesting content, I think, and you know, some lucky person's gonna enjoy it. Andy Taylor, how you doing today? Glad to see you. Glad to see you here. Let's see, what else I got going on? No, not a whole lot. Somebody messed with the lights again. It's working today. I didn't have to do any messing around in Lumia stream to make it work. It just happened to be actually working today. Of course, I updated it 3 times this week because that's just the way it works. Poodlehawk FEB, $1.99 super chat. Thanks for what you do, bud. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. Every little bit helps. Speedy Turtle, how do I get on the wheel? Let's see. There you go. Entry link. Get on the wheel. I probably should have put it in the description, but I'll have people signing up for it after the live stream, so I'm just doing it in the chat here. Yeah. Andy Taylor, flying the 65 Pro and listening. How are you liking the 65 Pro? I'm sure you're flying, so you probably can't reply, but yeah. Let's see. Tokyo Dom made a 65mm walk snail build, and he loves it. Yeah, that is the one thing it's the one thing about the Avatar system that I'm kind of like, man, I really want to keep it, is for that built-in DVR VTX, or the built-in DVR on the VTX itself. That's a hell of a feature, and the video looks so good out of it. Better than anything else that's that small. Yeah, That's pretty cool. I can definitely see a lot of use behind that setup. 11:53. You guys have 2 minutes to get in on the giveaway raffle bag, whatever I want to call it. 38 people entered. And the only reason why I'm forwarding you over to a Google form is so I can have your email address, so I have a way of getting in touch with you. YouTube, about 3 years ago, took away the ability to actually like DM somebody through the YouTube interface, and this is about the only way I've been able to, figure out how to make it work. One minute alarm. Get in on it, and let's see, 39 people. How many thumbs up do we have? How many likes? 20 likes and 39 people. What the fuck? Come on, guys. That's fucked up. How y'all gonna enter a giveaway and not like the string? Like, these things don't make sense. Made a baby tooth HD avatar yesterday. That would be very cool. Yeah, it is very impressive. That is like the one thing that I'm like, oh man, I want to stick with the system. That is the one thing. Brandon Woodford. That makes it even worse now. Oh man. It makes it even worse. Gosh. Yeah, that now the one downside to that whole built-in DVR thing is that connector. Oh my god. I see like 10 mating cycles and that sucker's going to go. Like, that is such a small, fragile connector. If that thing had like Bluetooth or something, you could do like a file transfer through Bluetooth. I think that would have been really cool. Unfortunately, I could see them doing it, but then having to go with their stupid proprietary app. But yeah, anyways. Why didn't they put USB-C on it? Too much space and too expensive. That's why. All right. 43 likes and 40 responses. I can live with that. All right, guys. I'm closing the entry link down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 right now. All right. Thank you all for entering. Well, they can thumbs up it now and then like dislike it later. Please don't do that. I've been not putting a lot of effort into YouTube as it is. Please don't destroy my channel by doing that. Wrong button. All right, let's delete all these guys here and all right. Not gonna show everybody's email address like I did before a long time ago. Been really good at that lately, you guys. All right, wheel of names, bro. Here we go. Wheel of names. And somebody said 40. Was it 43 or 42 at the very beginning? Who was that? That was. Who was it? It's not there anymore. I think it was Free Lojo. You said 40, 42, right? Or was it 43? 42, 43. I can't remember. 42. Hey, it was already at 42. All right, here we go. Let's shuffle up this mess. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Is JB back yet? I don't know. Not that fragile. Okay. I've seen some broken connectors. It looks like that connector would break very easily, but I guess you just have to be smart and gentle. I wonder if there's other stuff that has to go along with the USB-C connector, like some sort of other interface. But yeah, I agree. Like something more common and more robust. Is it going to be Jeff B? Who the hell is Jeff B? And it is Jeff B. Congratulations. Jeff B is the winner of the mystery bag. Let's see let's see what's in the bag. Who wants to see what's in the bag? Here we go. Let's go to this camera. All right. Let's go over here. This desk out of the way. All right. Let's see what was in the bag. Let's see. Off the top of the bag, we have a 1S Beta FPV charger. Let me fix this. This will do PH 2.0 and BT 2.0. There's one. Let's see. We have one of these. This is a SD card holder from FPV Exchange. What is this? A BN 2020 GPS module. I have a rock. I'm just kidding. You don't get my rock. No. The rock is there if you want it. Have a 3D printed soldering iron holder. This, I believe, fits any of the TS style irons. A QAVR V2 frame. This is a 5-inch freestyle frame. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. This is a Flywoo, basically it's like a hardware storage box, little flip-up containers. This thing is awesome. Love these things. A Defiance RC neck strap for your radio. Very high quality neck strap. We have a Runcam Split HD. Brand spanking new. And a Mobio 6 HD with, Mobio 6 with Express LRS. This has the 25,000 kV motors, the much sought after ultra high kV motor. So that is what was in the bag for today. Let me know what you guys think. If this is something you guys want to do again in another live stream, then we can certainly do that. Brock needs a smiley face. All right, hang on. I'll throw some stickers in the bag too. There you go. Smiley face rock. Tweet FPV. There you go. Got you, smiley rock. Cool. Sounds like you guys enjoy it. I'm glad you do. Maybe I'll do it again some other day. Remember, next week's live stream will be for the Avatar 1S VTX and the VRX setup. If you can go over there, sign up on Patreon, $5 up, you get the link now. Otherwise, they'll be live when I'm doing a live stream next week. All right, folks, it is noon. That's my time. I am super glad y'all came out today. Had a lot of fun. We will see you next weekend. As always, everybody, go out, go fly, have fun, be nice to the people around you, and as always, stay positive. We'll see you next time.